What's up, YouTube? Once again, this is Franklyn FM McInnis, and I am on camera again. Whenever I do a video that I think is basically a video where you're going to learn more about me, I'm going to try to actually put myself in front of the camera. I think that's appropriate if you're really learning more about me as a person. You know, I'm not going to do it all the time, but for this type of video, I think it makes sense. So, I recently did the fun 5 for 5 video. Excuse me, I'm playing with my laptop here. I recently did the Fun for 5 tag video, and that was pretty cool. That was fun to do. So this time I'm doing the small YouTuber tag video, and I believe it was started by Orphea333. I will link that channel down below. But the way that I found out about this was through Lilith Mourning, and I will link her video as well. Now, she didn't necessarily tag me for this video. She just kind of left it open to anybody that was interested in doing it. But I really like the questions, so that's why I am doing this video. Hopefully the audio is okay. I did turn my AC off again to make sure you could hear me clearly. That's why I was getting kind of warm and sweating last time in the last video. So I'm going to try to be quick about this, because this house that I'm living in, it seems like it's never an even temperature. It's either too warm or too cold. So yeah, I'm going to move it along before it starts to heat up in here. So getting to the questions here. Number one, it says, what inspired you to start making videos? There were a couple of different factors. For one thing, I started collecting Funko Pops, and as I was trying to learn about Funko Pops, I was checking out YouTube videos, and I came across a couple of channels that I really liked. If I had to choose my main inspirations, I would probably say Nerd Therapy. I really love that couple. Their energy is great. You know, especially at the end of a work day when I come home and I get to watch their videos. They have new videos up that, you know, it's really entertaining to me. It helps me relax, and I just really appreciate their channel. And then also Grumpy Nerd, and I would say Factoner as well. Those were probably my three main influences, and I really followed their channels to learn a lot more about Funko Pops. Even though I know they collect other things as well, but like I said, I was trying to learn about Funko Pops mainly. So they inspired me, and then at the same time, I really wanted to do YouTube for at least a year. I did my very first video, I think over a year ago. It was just a quick poem video. And then I did some other practice videos basically about graphic novels and movies. I didn't keep those up though. So the interest has been there, but I've been serious about it. And I might be jumping ahead on the question here. Yeah, number two, it says, how long have you been on YouTube? So I've been serious about YouTube for probably like 4 to 5 months or so, somewhere in there. It's kind of hard to say exactly where, but like 4 to 5 months I've been serious about it. And I know I'm jumping back and forth through the questions. Again, number one is what inspired me to start making videos, so I'm jumping back to that one. Another inspiration was, you know, I've been dealing with anxiety for the past couple years. I'm not ashamed to admit that. You know, it's something that I deal with on a regular basis, but I feel like I have as good a hold on it as I think somebody living with it can have. You know, I'm able to get out and really enjoy life. So also YouTube helps me to deal with it because it helps me to connect to people. I've made a lot of new friends through YouTube. So I figured that's something that would allow me, that doing YouTube would allow me to connect with people, which is something that's very important. If you're somebody dealing with anxiety, you can't cut yourself off. You really have to make that effort to connect with people. So yeah, those are my different inspirations. Like I said, again, to just be able to share my experience with Funko and share my poetry as well. But I wanted an outlet to share my poetry and just share different aspects of my life, places I like to go, just some of everything. So I'm jumping down to number three because I already talked about number two, how long I've been on YouTube. It does ask also with number two, have I had other channels? I haven't had any other channels. Number three, where do you see yourself and your YouTube channel in 5 years? Hopefully I'm still doing this. I'm going to try my best to stick with it. YouTube is definitely work. That's why I think a lot of YouTubers kind of come and go real quick, because it's definitely work, and it's work that you're not really getting paid for unless you manage to build up a huge number of subscribers. And YouTube money directly, I think, it's really tough to make big money off of it. You have to have a ridiculous number of subscribers, and I think a lot of people that do make a living off of YouTube is mainly through endorsements. So yeah, you just got to have the passion to do this and to stick with it. So hopefully my passion stays there. and I can keep doing this and, you know, try to do more creative things with the channel over the years. I do want to try to keep it going and, you know, just continue to share more of who I am with you all. Moving on here, number 4 says, what message are you trying to get across with your videos? I wouldn't say that there's like one particular message. Community is a big thing. I use that word a lot. I definitely want people to think about what community means. I moved around a lot in my life. Coming up, I went to at least 12 different schools because my father was in the military, and then I did some time in the military myself right out of high school. So I've been around a lot. So being a part of a community, I think it matters. It's a big deal. And you know, you think about that old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. That's something that's important too. And I think it goes beyond just children. We have to help each other out. You know, we have to, you know, really look out for each other. And I think if I had to sum up like an overall message from my channel, that's probably it. You know, just being kind to each other, looking out for each other, doing away with this internet trolling and this bullying and stuff that goes on. And this is really the way I look at things as well. And I've kind of talked about this before on my channel. Because, you know, with YouTube, you have that thumbs up and thumbs down. I've never thumbs down anything. If I don't like something, I move on. If I can't get along with somebody, I separate myself from them. Because, you know, other than your family, you really don't have to deal with people that you just don't get along with. You know, so that's the way I look at it. You know, try to build community, be kind to one another. And if you really just can't get along with somebody, just leave each other alone. Don't stress each other out. Don't be rude to each other. None of that is necessary. You know, just move on, basically. But I'm really happy that I had managed to become part of a community and to help. I don't know if I'm giving myself too much credit, but I've tried to bring other people into the fold and, you know, turn people on to different people's channels and everything. So I'm trying to do my part to help build up the community. So community, yeah, that's a big message for me. Sorry, I kind of rambled on there with that one, but I just really want to get into that one. Number 5 here says, do people from school or work find your channel? Not that I know of. I've shared some things on Facebook. I think some people have checked those out, but just like coming across my stuff, I don't think that's happened, at least not that I know of. And if it did, I mean, it's no big deal to me. I don't mind sharing. You know, I share my poetry. I mean, that's the purpose of the channel, to share. So if anybody wants to check it out, you know, that's fine with me. Moving on from there, number 7 says, what does your username mean? Well, there's really no mystery to that. It's Franklyn FM McInnis, and the FM is just short for, I mean, it's my initials, basically. And I know it looks kind of weird when you think about it, because it's almost like saying Franklyn, McInnis, but I mean, I like FM for short because I'm not crazy about the name Franklyn. It's alright, but not too crazy about it. The name McInnis, I'll just say this, I have an Irish last name. I'm not Irish, so I don't think I want to trace my roots and figure out how that happened. Names to me, though, they don't hold a lot of importance, and I almost started to use a different name for my channel. I was going to use one of my pen names, and I did briefly change my channel to my pen name, but then I changed it right back because to me, names, they just don't hold a lot of importance. I always think about how people make me feel. The name, and that's why sometimes I forget names, because the first thing that comes to my mind is, how does this person make me feel? How has this person treated me? So names to me, they just don't hold a lot of weight, you know. So yeah, that's why I just kept it simple, Franklyn FM McInnis, and that's the same name that I've used on a lot of my books in the past. Okay, moving on here. It says, number 8, my favorite small YouTuber. There's no way I could choose just one favorite. You know, I love the community, and I really don't know what the cutoff is, what people consider small, and then what do people consider like successful. I don't really know, you know, where that cutoff is, what that number is. Maybe that's something you all could share with me. What do you consider to be like a big channel? I mean, Nerd Therapy, obviously to me, that's a big channel. Grumpy Nerd, I think that's a big channel, but I just don't know what the number is that some people think makes a channel large. So yeah, like I said, favorite small YouTuber, I can't name just one because it's really about the community. You know, when I watch YouTube, I just get a playlist together. I have a playlist that I keep all together at all times, and I delete videos and I add videos in, and I'm always just adding in a lot of different YouTubers, and I don't want to even name anybody right now because I don't want to leave anybody out. It's just a lot of people. I watch their videos back to back, and I just keep it rolling. There are two extra questions here. First, it says, name two things you learned as a YouTuber. I guess this is referring to more to the technical side. I'm pretty simple with the way I record, so I mean, I've learned. I don't consider myself to be tech savvy, but I've learned some things about editing. I think maybe the main thing that I've learned in, I'll say this, when I was a kid, and I'm saying this for a reason. When I was a kid, I did used to dream about being a movie director. For a long time, that was my big dream. And even when I write novels, when I write short stories, I think in a cinematic way. Sometimes, like, instead of saying, like, thinking of terms of acts and chapters, a lot of time if I'm talking about my books, I'll say, well, in this scene, you know, I really think in a cinematic way. So one thing that I've learned from YouTube is when I'm out, if I'm going to do a hunt video, I actually think in my mind, okay, how am I going to edit this together? That's something I've really learned with YouTube, is thinking about how to edit things together. For example, when I did recently, I did the aquarium video for Ripley's Aquarium here at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And as I was actually out there filming, I was actually thinking about how I was going to cut everything together. For example, at the beginning of the video, I basically did like a 360 of what's around Ripley's Aquarium. And then, you know, I went inside from there and I actually went through it. I went through the aquarium that the way you probably would if you visited, you know, what you would see in what order. So, yeah, that's the main thing I've learned, is just how to edit ahead of time. And then actually, you know, it makes your actual work easier later on. It says, what camera and editing software do I use? I actually film on my phone, which is the Galaxy S7 Edge. As far as software, I really don't use software most of the time, and I know this surprises some people, but I actually use PowerPoint mainly to put my videos together. Like my Saturday night vlogs, you know, I hate to pull back the curtain, people, but it's PowerPoint. Some of you may have been able to tell that. Some people, it seems like they can't, because they say I do such a great job, and some people have even asked, you know, well, how do you do such and such? But it's really simple. It's PowerPoint. I would like to learn some more software. I know Solid Unboxing, he does a lot of great things with his editing and effects and music. You know, I'd like to learn those things, but again, I'm just not the most tech savvy person, so it's kind of hard to push myself to even take the time to learn that. You know, but yeah, I mean, I keep it really simple, though I do a lot of editing directly on my phone as well. Last question here. Says, what do I love about YouTube the most? I'm going to say basically the same thing that Lilith Mourning said, because I completely agree with her. YouTube is almost anything you could think of is on YouTube. Music, you know, things that can help you learn, like tutorials. There are simple things that seem simple to some people that, you know, I learned through YouTube. I'll reveal one thing about myself. For the longest time, I just wore clip-ons or I wore zip ties. But I actually finally took the time to learn to properly tie a tie, and I learned that through YouTube. As far as cooking, like, I learned how to cook different things, like things, again, that may be simple to some people, but, you know, being a bachelor and not growing up in the kitchen or anything, I learned some things through YouTube, like how to make meatloaf and barbecue chicken and, you know, different things like that. So, to me, it's like, anything that you want to learn about, you can find it on YouTube. If you just want entertainment, you can find it. If you need to relax, you need advice, whatever it is, you can find it on YouTube. And I mean, that's a good example. I think you can see the screen back there. Sometimes when I'm relaxing, I'll just you know, especially if I'm gonna take a nap or go to sleep or whatever, I might throw on a video that I have this muted right now, obviously, but it's rain sounds along with those candles. And I think the channel name is, I want to say yogaduke maybe is the name. In fact, I'll try to look that up, and I'll try to remember to link his channel in the description as well, because he has a lot of just really relaxing videos. So yeah, pretty much everything you need is on YouTube. So that's all of the questions there. I've seen a lot of people doing this video. I don't know if within the collecting community, if a lot of people have done this video yet. I'm just going to say I encourage you to do so. I think these are great questions. I would love to learn more about you all. And I know a lot of you just did the fun 5 for 5 tag video, but I think I'd like to hear some of you do this one as well. So I'm not going to call anybody out. It's completely up to you if you want to do this video. But again, it's the small YouTuber tag, and I will put the questions down in the description. So hopefully you stuck with me all the way through this video and you learned some more things about me. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am nearing 300 subscribers, and I was thinking about maybe doing another Q&A video. I kind of did one within one of the Saturday night vlogs, and I think I would be open to doing another one. So if you have some questions for me, if it's related to anything I just talked about, or you just have some other questions in mind, you know, drop them down there in the comments and I'll compile them together. And then I will do, I guess, sort of a road to 300 Q&A video. And I'll think on it whether or not I'm going to make that as an entry to a giveaway. In fact, I'll say that's probably going to be a strong possibility that if you give me a question, then that'll get you entered in my 300 subscriber giveaway, which I'll talk some more later on about what the prize is going to be. I'm gonna put some more thought into it, because for 300, I really want it to be something special. So I will say this though, people have been pointing out to me that I'm close to 300 because I'm at like 269, you know. But anyway, I don't know how fast I'm gonna get there, because every time I have a giveaway, when some people don't win, they disappear. And you know, that's fine, it's gonna be that way. So my number will go up, but don't be surprised to see it come back down a little bit too, because we know there are some people that's all they're about is the giveaways. And I'm gonna say this because, again, remember, this is a small YouTuber tag video. I actually prefer to try to keep my channel small, because I would rather have a small number of loyal subscribers, people that really interact with me. You know, I'd rather have that small number than to have a large number of people that are just all about the giveaways, or they're subscribed and they don't even remember that they're subscribed. They never even watch the videos. They just skip past them. You know, yeah, so the large number, it means really nothing to me. It's, you know, I'm about community. So I think I will actually try to keep my channel somewhat small, just so I feel connected to people. You know, already there are some channels that started up after me that their numbers are growing and they're moving on past me, and I'm happy for those people. I really am. But I'd rather keep it small and really just have that strong community feel, as opposed to people that are just numbers. I really don't want that. So yeah, that's what I'm about here. So again, if you're interested in these questions, you feel like you want to do it, please do it, and I'll definitely check your videos out. If I'm subscribed to you already, I'll see it when it's up, but you can let me know if you want to when you post. But like I said, more than likely I'll probably see it. I'm pretty good about keeping up with other people's channels, and I try to comment as much as possible. But yeah, I've gone on enough, and I think I said everything I really want to say here. So hopefully you liked my responses, and you know, like I said, throw me some questions, and more than likely that's going to get you into the 300 subscriber giveaway, and I will keep track of that. And I do have a drawing coming up. Looking at my calendar up there, I have a drawing to do on Thursday for this month, and that's the 30th, and you know, last day of this month, and that's for my June giveaway, which hopefully you know about. You can go back and check out the video on that. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that for now, and hope you enjoyed the video again, and you all take care.